Yo, what is up, Sexy Beast? Crazy Rabbit here, and today we're going to be going over every single tactical grenade in Call of Duty Zombies. That's basically anything that takes the secondary grenade slot, so anything that can take the spot of the monkey bombs is going to be on this list, and things like the time bomb and specialist weapons will not be on this list. And speaking of the monkey bombs, let's go ahead and talk about them first. The monkey bomb was the first secondary grenade introduced, well, sorta, kinda. It was first introduced in World at War Derice and was actually brought back for the Black Ops 1 revamps. And it was also in a lot of other maps. It's going to be in Kino der Toten, 5, and Shangri-La. And it's also going to make an appearance in Black Ops 2 with Transit, Nuketown, Die Rise, Buried, and Origins. And it's also going to make an appearance in Black Ops 3 with The Giant, Dreisendrach, Setsu Monashima, and Garad Krovi. And also in Garad Krovi, you can upgrade these things. They get a little bit more powerful, and they can actually hurt zombies as they're bouncing up and down, which the regular monkey bomb cannot. Now, the monkey bomb may not be all that powerful, but it is still very, very useful. Just like a lot of these other secondary grenades, once you throw one out, you have 3 of them. They're going to start bouncing up and down. If you have it upgraded, it will injure zombies as it's doing that. And basically, it's just going to attract zombies, and that's why a lot of people love it. It gives them that little breather. If they need to go pick up a friend that went down, if they need to hit the box, they need to go do something, just toss a monkey bomb out, and you can basically get whatever you want done. Now, it doesn't last that long. It's only for a couple seconds, but for those couple seconds, you don't have to deal with those zombies, and you will get a little bit of a breather. So the monkey bombs are definitely a very, very iconic weapon in Call of Duty Zombies history, and you will probably see these in more zombie games to come. And the next secondary grenade is going to be Molotov cocktails. Missed. Got it. Molotov! How do I do this? It's probably a bad idea. Oh! I'm a fucking idiot. Oh, that was great. That was fucking great. I didn't think that would kill me. I'm crying. That was fucking great, man. I even said before, I think this is gonna be a bad idea, and I fucking did it anyway. Yeah, I don't like him. Fuck him. That's all I gotta say about that. Fuck him. And coming in up next is going to be the Gersh device, which was available on Ascension and Moon, and was also in its Black Ops 3 revamped counterparts. Now, the Gersh device is my personal favorite. You're going to get 3 of them, and this thing does an infinite amount of damage. So whenever a zombie gets sucked into it, it's going to die, and it can kill a lot of zombies, and it's going to last a long time. And also, when you throw this thing out and you see that little purple wormhole, you can either dolphin dive or jump through it, and it's going to teleport you to a random location on the map. Now, this is a blessing and a curse. Sometimes it teleports you to a fantastic location. Other times it teleports you 3 feet away or teleports you in the complete wrong direction you were trying to go. So like I said, a blessing and a curse, but this one is still definitely my favorite. It does an infinite amount of damage. It can kill a lot of zombies. It can also create drops, so on certain maps, well in Black Ops 1, if you really need a max ammo, the Gersh device will sometimes have your back, and you may get one or you may just get like a fire sale or something. It really all comes down to dumb luck. Alright, up next is going to be the Matryoshka doll, and this is in Ascension and Call of the Dead, and is also in the Ascension revamp for Black Ops 3. Now you're going to get 3 of these, and these things are really, really good, and they're also very, very powerful. Now unfortunately, if you use these things on George Romero, I believe they only do like, not even half the damage, it's like 1/5 or something like that. They don't do that much damage to George Romero. They are very, very weak against him because in reality, if you wanted to use these things at full strength against him, it would take all 3 and he would basically be dead. But against regular zombies, these things are really, really strong. They're going to be able to last you a very, very long time. I believe it's a 1-hit, 1-kill up until round 57, and if you get all 4 dolls to actually connect, it's a 1-hit, 1-kill up until round 72. That just shows you how powerful these Matryoshka dolls actually are. Now, if you are playing in Black Ops 1, you definitely want to have PhD Flopper if you're using these dolls because they do explosive damage and can kind of be a little dangerous if you're in a small, compact area. So I definitely do recommend having PhD Flopper. If you're in Black Ops 3, just stick with Gersh devices, man. These things are really, really good. It's just when you have the Gersh device that does an infinite amount of damage and also attracts the zombies, there's clearly a winner there. But in Black Ops 1, if you had PhD Flopper, the Matryoshka dolls are still very fun to have if you can't get the Gersh device from the box. And in Ascension, they are really useful against the monkeys, which the Gersh device is not, because the Gersh device will not kill them, but the Matryoshka dolls will. So the Matryoshka dolls were a very, very interesting design for a tactical grenade, and I would love to see them return in more Russian maps. Not every single map, but, you know, occasionally, I would like to see these things return. They're pretty badass, they're very fun to use, and some of the characters that you play as have some very funny quotes for them, so these things can definitely return on some Russian maps. Alright, up next is going to be the Quantum Entanglement device, or the q.e.d, and let's just stick with q.e.d because I'm not like, you know, fucking Bill Nye the Science Guy over here. I'm not that smart. I don't know what those words mean. So we're going to stick with q.e.d. Now, the q.e.d is on Moon, both the Black Ops 1 and the Black Ops 3 version. You're going to get 3 of them, and these things have a lot of different possibilities for what they can actually do. In Black Ops 1, it's going to do one of the following. 1, an explosion, kind of similar to the astronaut zombie when you actually kill him. 2, produce a ray gun that fires in a circle, or produce a China Lake that fires in a circle, or produce a fully automatic law that can fire in a circle. It can also have a Gersh device black hole effect. It can also spawn a fully automatic Python, Spaz, CZ75, and those all fire around in a circle. It can also revive any down teammate. And it can also spawn a power-up that will give you a random pack-punched gun. It can also spawn an explosion similar to the Matryoshka dolls. It can open or close doors if you throw one near it. It can give you the Wonderwaff effect, the Scavenger effect. It can give you a frag grenade effect. It can also appear like a Simtex. It can also teleport you or a random teammate around the map in some random location. It can spawn a random power-up like a nuke, max ammo, or any of the other ones. And I've never seen this one happen, but apparently it can do it. It can convert all nearby zombies within a certain radius into humans, similar to the VR11. Again, I've never seen that one happen, but apparently it can. And it can also give or take away points, and it can also spawn a fire sale power-up, and if you get it when it's red, it will make the boss cost double, so kind of be careful about that. It can spawn a random perk bottle. It can give you a max ammo. And if the max ammo is green, go ahead and pick it up. It's just the normal effect. But if you pick up the red max ammo, it's going to steal all your ammo in your magazine. It can spawn in more zombies. It can down all players within a certain radius. It gives you a free max ammo power up and a death machine. It can give everyone in the area a pack punch version of their current weapon. It can also give everyone a unpacked punch version of their current weapon, and it can give everyone a free perk, and it can also do absolutely nothing. So holy shit, it can do a lot of things, but we're not done yet. If you head over to Black Ops 3, it can do a lot more. 1, the astronaut explosion. 2, it can produce all these weapons and fire them in a circle. The ray gun Mark II, wave gun, BRM. Pack-a-punch version of the MR6, so basically death and taxes. The Weevil, M16, Man of War, ICR, Haymaker, Can-44, Draken, KRM, 48 Dredge, VMP, and the FFAR. It can also revive a teammate, teleport you and or teammate, spawn a frag grenade, spawn a Widow's Wine grenade, open or close doors if you throw it near it. Give everyone a pack-a-punched version of the current gun that they actually do have. Give everyone a free perk, give everyone the perk that the q.e.d is thrown at, and also spawn in some more zombies. So holy shit, this q.e.d can do a lot of things. Now, is the q.e.d helpful? If you're playing with multiple people, maybe you could like try to get a free perk or a max ammo, but I'm definitely going to want to stick with my Gersh devices. Alright, next up is going to be the Hell's Retriever, which is available on Mob of the Dead, and I would love to see something similar to this actually return because this thing is absolutely badass. Now, you have basically an infinite amount of this. What I mean by that is you have one, and you can kind of throw it as many times as you want. All you have to do is let it recharge, and you can also upgrade this to the Hell's Redeemer. All you have to do is actually take it to the Golden Gate Bridge and basically just last one round and kill a bunch of zombies with it, and then take it to another place, throw it in the lava, and then basically go pick it back up. It's not really that hard to do. It's relatively easy. But the Hell's Redeemer actually does do an infinite amount of damage once you actually fully do charge it, so it's very useful for high rounds. And one thing that I just love about this thing, if you see a power-up and you throw this thing at the power-up, it will bring the power-up towards you. And this can be very, very helpful if you pass by a max ammo and you couldn't grab it. Just toss out your Hell's Retriever and or Redeemer, and it's going to bring it right to you. Now, once you actually throw this thing, I believe it can kill up to 6 zombies per throw, and it's also very useful against Brutus. So the Hell's Redeemer and or Retriever, whichever one you happen to have at the time, is a very useful secondary grenade weapon because it does an infinite amount of damage and you have an infinite amount of throws. So why would this thing not be absolutely amazing? So I would definitely love to see something similar to this return. Maybe not necessarily like a tomahawk, maybe like a knife, maybe like a butter knife, I don't know, whatever you want to kind of bring into zombies. I would love to see something similar to this return, because it's very, very helpful without being too overpowered. It can only kill a certain amount of zombies per shot, and it also does have to recharge. So I really don't see it being overpowered whatsoever. I see it being very, very helpful. Alright, up next is going to be the G-String Bomb, or the G-Strike as it's actually called, but I like to call it the G-String Bomb. This is only available on Origins, and in the Black Ops 2 version you only get 2 of them, but in Black Ops 3 you actually do get 3 of these bad boys. Now, these things are actually pretty powerful. They're going to be able to last you a lot longer than Monkey Bombs. Now, they don't do an infinite amount of damage, so they're not going to last you forever, but they will last you for a decent amount of time. Now really my only problem with these things is just the steps to actually get them are kind of a hassle, and I really don't like doing them. The steps aren't like impossible, they're really kind of easy, you can get it done relatively quick. It's just kind of out of my way when I can always just get the monkey bombs from the box or something like that. And if I'm using like the G-string or like the monkey bombs, I'm not really using it for its kill zombies effect. I'm mainly just using it for its attract zombies effect. I really don't care if I can kill any zombies, especially on Origins. You have like 4 wonder weapons, so you're going to be pretty good on the whole killing zombie situation. So I do like the G-strike bombs. I think they're a fantastic idea. I really do love how the robots shoot those missiles right down at you. But I would never get them unless I'm doing the Easter egg. I would just much rather hit the box until I get monkey bombs than go out of my way because I am very, very lazy. Alright, and last but not least in Black Ops 2 is going to be the EMP grenades, or the ultimate troll device tactical grenade weapon entanglement device. These things are a huge pain in the ass if you're playing with more than one person because basically if someone threw this at a perk, that perk gets turned off for quite some time, and you don't have that perk. You might have it, it's kind of going to be faded out as if someone lowered the opacity, and that perk's not going to work for a couple minutes or seconds or however long it takes. I don't really remember. And I used to do this to my friends all the time. We would be playing like Transit or something like that, or Green Run or Town, or whatever dumbass map we were playing, and I would constantly throw these things at Jug, or if they try to do that stupid thing with like, what's that called, Tombstone, and try to go get more perks or something, I would always just throw it around at different perks just to fuck them up so they couldn't get all the perks. This thing was a huge troll device, and that's not really its only purpose. There's a couple other things it can actually do, but the main thing I used it for was just to piss my friends off. But if you really are a good Samaritan, unlike me, you can use it for a couple other things. One, you can actually insta-kill the Avogadro, which is pretty useful if you really don't feel like mailing it to death. Or two, it actually has this pretty interesting effect against zombies. So basically, if you have a bunch of zombies in an area, you throw an EMP grenade at it, zombies are just going to stand there like in a daze and aren't really going to move unless you get close to them or start sprinting. So if you crouch down and kind of just walk around, the zombies aren't going to move and they're just going to stand there. This can be very, very helpful if you're trying to hit the box or do something. Now, if you do not hit the entire group of 24, you're still going to see some runners. Or if you actually do leave that area, they're just going to respawn back in and they're going to be fully running. So, in my opinion, unless you have the whole group of 24 and you're in a small little area to where the zombies aren't going to respawn, it's very, very useful, but if that's not the situation you're in, EMP grenades are kind of just not worth it at all. You're never going to get a kill with these things. I really don't ever see myself using these in like in a tactical situation. I would much rather just have monkey bombs than EMP grenades. Unless I'm trying to fuck with my friends, then I want these things every goddamn time. And also, how could I forget throwing these things at the box when your friend gets an awesome weapon? That'll piss them off, and they probably won't talk to you for like a week if that happens. I did that to my friend one time. I think he was about ready to have like the ray gun or something. You know, just toss some little EMP grenade at it, and that is how you effectively ruin a friendship. Alright, and the last secondary grenades introduced into zombies is going to be the Lil Arnies. These were only available in Shadows of Evil and Revelations. These things are actually really, really cool, and you can upgrade these things on the 2 maps that they are actually in. And these things are actually very, very similar to monkey bombs and like Gersh devices and everything. Once you throw one out, it's going to do its best to actually kill all the zombies that come near it, and the zombies are all going to be attracted to it. And that's basically it. And a giant hentai squid monster actually comes out and starts slapping them. And once you actually upgrade it, it does get more powerful, so you can actually keep using it further and further into the rounds. And this thing is definitely very useful for actually killing zombies because unlike the monkey bomb, which kind of just bounces up and down and then explodes, this thing will actually kill all the zombies that come near it. So it's very similar to the Gersh device. It's going to kill as many zombies as it can while it's activated, and then once it's done, and all the zombies will actually come back for you. But with those 3 throws, you're going to be able to kill a lot of zombies with those little Arnies, and once you actually do upgrade it, you're going to be able to kill even more because it does get a lot more powerful. So I would definitely have to say, out of every single secondary grenade in zombies, the Gersh device is going to be my favorite. I absolutely love it. It looks badass as all hell. It's very, very powerful. It does an infinite amount of damage. You get 3 of them, and it can also teleport you out of a sticky situation. So I definitely do think the Gersh devices are the best in my opinion. And fuck Molotovs. That's all I got to say about that. Fuck Molotovs. They are the absolute worst. Followed by EMPs. I don't know. EMPs are pretty bad. It's kind of like a tie for like the worst secondary grenade. I don't know. I'll let you guys decide that in the comments. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and if I missed something, let me know in the comments, but I'm pretty sure these are all just the secondary grenades, no specialist weapons or anything else like that. And also, real quick, I want to say thank you to my Patreon supporters. You guys help make these videos possible, and you guys make me feel warm and fuzzy on the inside. If you guys were curious about being a Patreon supporter, go ahead and look at that link right there in the description. It's going to take you straight to it. You get a bunch of cool rewards, videos early, your name on my head when I stream, and a bunch of other cool stuff. And also, real quick, make sure you guys check out the sponsorship on YouTube that I have, or whatever it's called. I think it's called sponsorship or whatever. You can sponsor me sort of similar to what they do over on Twitch. You get a cool little icon right next to your name. I believe that's only for live streams. I don't know if it actually works in the comments or not. I'm not sure. And also, once we get a couple sponsors, I actually will have some custom emotes going out, and you can actually spam those when I stream, and a bunch of other cool stuff, so make sure you guys check that out if that interests you. And second to last, real quick, make sure you guys follow me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and Discord. All those links will be in the description. If you don't have a Twitter, dude, what are you doing? It's 2017. Go get a Twitter. And lastly, hopefully you guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.